Good morning and welcome to Sports Zone on the Power Breakfast Show. As promised last week, today I bring you the best of the 2010 Rhino charge at a remote location of Magadi town. Now, I've been here since yesterday, and one thing I've realized is that the people here work very hard during the day and party much harder later on. So stay tuned as I bring you the best of both worlds only on Sports Zone. Power. Danger. Action. Adventure. The 22nd edition of the Rhino Charge was held in the Shompoli Ranch just after Magadi town on Monday the 31st of May 2010. The Rhino Charge is known for its tough terrain, but today on Sports Zone we go behind the scenes to look at some of the remarkable cars which conquer the hills and valleys year after year. First up is Ian Duncan's KTM Cruiser. The average Toyota Land Cruiser that we see on our roads nowadays has a total height of roughly 6 feet, but this one has been raised and is now almost double that. This Land Cruiser should weigh 4 tons, which is equivalent to an African elephant, but this particular vehicle was so heavy that getting it onto the tow truck required special skill and equipment. The supersized vehicle, however, worked very well for Ian Duncan as he came second in the event this year. The Rhino Charge was full of Range Rovers and Land Rovers, but one car that stood out was the mighty Unimog.
We have a Mercedes-Benz Unimog. We got it from the army, used to carry a gun. We've built it from nothing, and now it's the mean machine that it is. If you look at these classic Range Rovers, Land Rovers, a lot of them, I'd say 10 to 20% of them have Unimog axles. Okay. What makes the Unimog unique is the axles. If you look at the axle, it's not at the center of the wheel, it's high, it's got gears in the hub. So this keeps the ground clearance very high. This is why we chose the car. Yeah, yesterday as we were coming to the gauntlet, we were a bit excited. So we hit a rock and we rolled 3 times after the second checkpoint. But we all made it out. There were 3 guys on the back, but they all came out okay, and we had seat belts, so we're lucky in that way.
Unimogs have been in operation since World War II and are renowned for their off-road capability, beating even the powerful Humvee, or as they are locally known as, the Hummer. They have won the truck class of the world's toughest rally in Dakar at least 7 times. However, all these powerful vehicles were unable to match Sean Avery's modified Land Rover number 38, as he and his team Bundu Fundi won the event by covering the shortest distance, that is 36 kilometers, in the shortest time.
It was a superb venue, lovely countryside. It was challenging. It was basically had something for everyone. It had hills, it had luggers, it had some very steep slopes which were very slippery to get up and down. And we just had a good day. We had a good starting point. We got through there quickly before any of the other cars caused a bottleneck, and we had clear day and we finished with 45 minutes to spare. So for us, everything went right yesterday.
The Rhino Charge can only be termed as Kenya's largest party in the bush, as many more turned out to celebrate rather than to watch the sport.
To be honest, I came for the fun, you know. Everybody said Rhino Charge is a plan, it's exciting, there's lots to get up to, and that's why I came. I didn't even know much about the cars. It's only when I got here that I'm beginning to learn about them, but the people I came with are car fanatics, so it's like I'm learning from them more and more every day. But no, the social side of it is excellent. Like, they had like a party in the middle of nowhere, literally, last night, which was so much fun. I had such a good time. So.
It was a fashion show that the local Maasai people had never seen before, and the action off the track was more visible than the action on the track. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, but not before the big announcement that this year's event raised a record-breaking 72 million Kenya shillings to the continued conservation of the Aberdare forest.
We know that we were able to focus the event on what it is for, which is for the ones who raise the money for conservation. We've never been above 70 million before, so to achieve 72.5 million is tremendously pleasing for us.
The Rhino Charge cannot be demonstrated but can only be experienced. And as I left Magadi, some die-hard fans sang me a song expressing what they felt in their hearts about this year's event.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I'll have you, baby.
I know I have you.
Trust in me when I say, I love you, baby. That's enough.
Behind me is car number 38, the winners of the 2010 Rhino Charge, and they did this within the shortest distance, that's 36 kilometers, and within the shortest time. And this was quite an achievement. Now, we certainly hope you enjoyed today's feature on Sports Zone on the Power Breakfast Show. For any of you who may be thinking of coming for this event next year, begin to prepare right now because the conditions here are quite challenging. My name is Higgs, and until next week, this has been Sports Zone.